Hello baby gangsters, this is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Genshin Impact. And it might feel weird playing as a Harbinger going in here, especially after what just happened, but we're about to give Kachina's ancient name back to Mavuika. And whereabouts will she be? Usually they give you like a direct route as to where you could go to find her, but I'm guessing like it's somewhere around here? No, maybe through, oh no, it's probably through the actual doors here? No, it's here. Wait. Here and here and here. There we go. There's a doorway of some kind anyway. That we found our way through. It's been a bit of time since I've played this game. It's not here though, isn't it? Definitely not here. This is the inn. Yeah. It's always like when I come back to Genshin like the next week, it's I like legitimately always like, oh, here? Okay, okay. Like legit, it's always like been like 4 days, 4 or 5 days. So like the direct route of where to find Mavuika is definitely not well known to me right now. Over here. I don't even think we even took this passage. It's probably just a cutscene, to be honest. But here, we're here now, and we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn how to get up here. Right here, okay. This place is so pretty. It's such a pretty location. Oh, and we get to unlock another waypoint. Great stuff. I'm super excited to see what's gonna happen now, and hopefully you can bring back Kachina. Like right now.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name too!
What happened at the stadium?
Well, it's fairly complicated. Let me give you the condensed
Oh my god, we're gonna hear it was another Harbinger. Yeah. Against the captain.
The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them causing trouble.
It's legit, like, it's a thing with this game, right? It's like, there's like a few things that are certain in this game, and one of them definitely is that, like, Fatui are everywhere. Some cases they're helpful, some cases they're not. And the Abyss remnants are going to be everywhere as well.
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
Great question.
That's why it has to be our little secret. No one else can know, or we're asking for trouble. Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but I won't lie to you. With multiple factions closing in, there's nothing comforting about the situation we're facing.
Right. And Mavuika here, like, is again showing me why, like, she's just a great leader. Already, like, very much, like, choosing the right words to say, right?
Still, all you need to do is focus on your goal. You can leave the complicated matters to me.
Awesome of her to say.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish, but I'll help you however I can.
Ian-san is in the trailer, the original trailer. Like, that was released years and years ago for all the nations. Like, they're just, I didn't even realize that that's who it is. They're in the original trailer.
There's no need to be so modest, Ian-san.
Ian-san.
Your incredible strength has long been a well-known fact. You're the pride of your tribe.
Wow.
Archon,
Big praise.
I'm sorry about before. You have so much on your plate. So much that you have to worry about. But all I could do was focus on my own feelings.
It was a high intensity emotional time.
You have nothing to be
Oh my god, she's amazing!
About. We all get overwhelmed by our emotions, myself included. Your reaction to Kachina's disappearance, I understand that feeling very well.
Legitimately, like, just always knows the right words to say. Such a fantastic leader.
Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down. Follow me. Excited for this. Excited to get Kachina back, for sure. And especially to hear how she, like, see how she is and, like, see how everything's going. Oh, what are they panning here? They're just looking at the flame. Very ominous camera panning, I suppose. What we're there to protect. Man, the way they, like, are using the camera work to even show off these areas is so nice as well. I'm so freaking excited. Just to see Kachina again, you know?
Isn't that Atea's talisman?
It is.
Good eye. This is where I store all the various mementos I've collected.
Whoa. I've never seen this place before. There's so many things in here.
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken a lot of effort.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. In NATLAN, everyone grows up listening to the stories of heroes.
Right.
And physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our own memory.
Yeah, it's a memento, right? It's like you look at something and you can like feel those emotions, you know, and sometimes it can be very sad, sometimes it can be very like reaffirming of your love for that person. Obviously we're learning that Mavuika is also a very like sentimental person as well.
Now, I still have some preparations to make for the ceremony, so feel free to take a look around in the meantime. If you're curious about an item, I'm more than willing to tell you about its origins.
Very cool.
Alright, we'll have a look.
So, we get to just like, oh, let's talk to Chaska. How are you doing, Chaska? I love the little, like scenes, the small scenes, I should say, with, her sister. Like, it really, like, brought a character who's already, I felt like, you know, that we liked very much so, seemed like very much like, I say older sister, but I want to make it clear, like, probably like, you know, a very young older sister. But, she's, not that there's anything wrong with being an older sister. But, it's very clear to me that, like, they're also trying to show with Chaska that she's not perfect. You know what I mean? Her nature is not perfect, just like no character should be. She's gonna make mistakes too.
Looks like it's thriving. You must be good at taking care of plants, Archon.
So the plants are like really, really thriving. Mulani looks at the
This
water
fishing
stuff.
basket looks familiar.
Probably from her tribe as well. Observe fishing equipment.
Hey, there's a fishing rod here. It must have belonged to the people of the springs.
Yeah,
That's right. It belongs to a legendary fisherman named Matavaru.
Matavaru.
I have his entire set of fishing equipment, actually.
That's so cool.
He and I met in a tavern. He told me about a particular kind of giant fish and his meticulous plan to catch it. In his eyes, I saw a hunger and a strong fighting spirit. To him, the sea was the battlefield upon which he staked his honor.
Very, very cool.
So, did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he was covered in scars. It turned out the fish he sought had been corroded by the abyss.
Even more connection to the abyss.
He managed to kill the fish, but sustained a serious injury in the process, which meant he could never go deep sea fishing
Holy
again.
hell, man! You get this fish, this goal of yours, and then you can never like do what you love again.
Can a fisherman claim victory if he fails to bring back his catch? That's what he asked me in the end.
Man,
Well, Paimon thinks he won.
I mean, I'd like to think so too.
That was my answer as well. The experience was far more valuable than the prize itself. In the end, he didn't want his tools to go to waste, so he gave them to me.
That's someone who cares a lot about the tools themselves, right? That they don't want them to just be sitting around the place, not, you know, gathering dust.
Wait, that means you also know how to fish.
Yeah?
Maybe we can go head to head
I have a
sometime.
feeling you'd kill me in everything. I have a feeling if you played tic-tac-toe, I would lose in 2 seconds. I'm pretty sure that like you would destroy me and everything. Oh, so they're like they kind of make you observe one thing, and then if you want to, you can like observe some other stuff as well. I'm guessing maybe.
Make sure to handle everything with care. This cup, for example, it's heavier than it looks.
Observe belt. Oh, it's like a championship belt.
Whoa, that belt is bigger than Paimon's head.
Way bigger. Way bigger.
The Collective of Plenty are known for their bodybuilding competitions and contests of strength.
That's so cool.
This belt is a symbol of great honor within the tribe. The association with strength might also have been the reason the original belt was extremely heavy. It was difficult for even 2 people to lift. And even if a warrior had the strength to put it on, wearing it for any length of time would still leave them gasping for breath.
That's insane. I love like stories like that.
Sounds like it.
So the owner of the original belt, Kitera, commissioned a craftsman to make a copy identical in appearance
Yeah.
but far lighter in weight. That is, he would
Sorry, I
often
did not
wear
mean
this
to skip
version
that.
when training in order to protect his waist.
So like a weightlifting belt? I know that like with wrestling belts, they're usually 20 pounds as like the main championships are usually like 20 pounds of gold, right? You can have like the NWA championship, which I believe was 10 pounds as well. Boxing belts are usually 10 pounds. Smaller maybe like belts as well from different companies can be 10 pounds as well. So like they're meant to be like heavy, but like a belt that like makes you like, you know, you're breathing terrible, that must be incredibly heavy.
Or he made a lighter version so he could wear it all the time and show it off.
I mean, could be both. Why not? You know? It is a very pretty belt though. It's very pretty. This belt belonged to Kitera the warrior. The copies of the original, even Paimon could lift it by herself. So it's a way lighter version of the belt itself. Observe jar.
There are so many jars and potions around here. Do they have anything to do with alchemy?
No, those belong to the masters of the Nightwind. They're ceremonial tools used to amplify the ability to communicate with the Night Kingdom and the Wyab.
Okay. She has amazing eyebrows.
Yamaya
Amazing.
is an expert in this field, and she taught me a lot. Even though she appears stoic and serious, she actually has a keen sense of humor. The tools you see here are quite traditional. Her students found them outdated, so she passed them on to me. The contents of the jars aren't all that special. Oh, except the big jar in the middle. That's what you really wanted to
It's
give
really
me.
pretty. Super pretty.
Ooh, must be something really cool. What's inside?
This is why I love Paimon, right? And in fairness, Mavuika's done a good job of like making herself very approachable. But I love that Paimon like is just like straight away just like already acting like her usual self around an archon. It's so nice.
Grape juice.
Grape juice.
It's
I think
quite
Paimon was
tasty,
looking for something
although
more magical.
Probably expired by now.
Look at the lighting here. It's almost like moonlight. So I think we've observed talisman. There you go.
This is Atea's talisman.
I'm sure you're familiar with this one already. Atea was rarely ever without it. The talisman brought her a lot of luck in battle.
Right. So that's Tea's talisman as well. Okay, some really cool stuff here. And like, it's very clear to me that Mavuika, at least the way they're portraying her here, is that she's not only sentimental, but like, is extremely like, is the word mature is what we could say? Or like, just say like very like put together in a certain way. Like, the way she talks about this stuff is as if she's had her time to like come to terms with everything, right? Which, like, you know, if everyone had like a lot of time to come to terms with stuff, stuff gets easier as well. But a lot of this stuff seems very sentimental, and she's talking about it like, you know, in a very sentimental way, while also like, you know, being so composed about it too. Like, if this was like sentimental stuff from my past that like people gave me, I would be like, this is the belt that he gave me, and this is the vision rod. You know, like I would be like in tears. Like it's. And again, there's nothing wrong with being in tears, but it's just maybe just different characters. Oh,
Whoa, this weapon is huge. Which tribe did it belong to?
Ah, that weapon belonged to Tenoch, a hero from 500 years ago. Strictly speaking, he didn't belong to any single tribe.
look at the picture.
That's because even before the disaster with the Abyss broke out, he had already been exiled.
Why?
Exiled?
Yeah.
It was a punishment imposed out of necessity, but he accepted it all the same. He believed it was what he deserved. When the Abyss attacked, the tribes found themselves in urgent need of a powerful figure to lead them into the battle, and there was no one more courageous or resolute than him. He united the 6 tribes and accomplished great feats throughout the war. Ultimately, he perished, and because he had already lost his ancient name, the Ode of Resurrection was unable to bring him
Right.
back.
Okay.
And so, he was laid to rest, alongside the countless warriors and civilians who lost their lives, buried in the soil of his native land.
It's very different, right? Like, not very different, but like, you know, Mavuika knows what it's like to like lose someone like permanently, you know, that can't be resurrected. So there is that kind of thing of like, you know, why, I know like the reason she's fighting for Kachina because she's a great leader, but like there's also like, you know, maybe like a very personal aspect here where it's like, if I can bring somebody back, I will.
Wow.
You know?
He sounds like a true hero.
Yeah, he sounds pretty great.
Indeed. Even now, his story is told throughout the land.
Great stuff. This is really awesome. Now who's Mavuika? Me. I'm Mavuika. I'm the one. You are exiled. All of you. Ian-san. Mulani, Chaska. Take her away.
The powder still needs some time to settle, so let's wait a little longer.
Okay. Her voice is so soothing as well.
Well, what do you think of my collection? Do you feel like you have a better understanding of NATLAN's culture now?
I mean, exploring this place has given me such a great understanding of your culture.
Yeah. If each item represents a different story, seems like NATLAN's really been through a lot. Does every item hold a special memory, just like Atea's talisman?
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the ancient names passed down among the tribes. They demonstrate the true shape of time.
Right. Oh my god, there's so much like of an emphasis in NATLAN about like, you know, the passing of like names and deeds and honor and being remembered, right? And those items for sure could represent that as well.
The shape of time?
I'm guessing the shape of time for me, when I hear shape of time, is like the idea of like how things like were at one point and how things change as things go forward. I don't know, maybe I'm interpreting wrong.
Most people perceive time as a linear
Oh.
concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward.
Wait.
We cannot change the past or predict the future.
I was thinking of it like as a sentimental thing, but maybe there's something to this.
But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that the past, present, and future all exist at once.
I mean, in what way?
At once? Paimon's not sure she understands.
Paimon, I'm with you. Don't worry. I'm with you.
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one would you say was the most important?
In terms of like all of them is the right answer because every single one was important to those nations, like equally, right?
Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to exist.
Oh.
They become part of who you are.
So it is kind of like a sentimental look at it as well. Maybe it's the idea that like your memories are still with you, so if they don't die, can anything truly die, right? Like if your deeds are passed on from person to person, is your memories, are you really gone?
Take out a portion of that journey and you would likely make very different decisions and eventually arrive at a very different destination.
Right.
The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just lack the means to perceive it.
Man, that always hurts my head, you know, like when I think about like, you know, when it's like, is the future is real and, you know, we just have to, you know, wait for it to happen. And like, I just like if I think about that, I feel like I would be there for hours. I just like to be like, okay, past, future. But I love the sentimental aspect of the idea that like your memories, carrying people's memories forward is a great honor to people. Cause like, again, they never truly would die if their deeds are passed on from person to person. I do love that aspect. I just think that like when I think about like that type of like theory too hard, I'm kind of like, no, just don't think about it.
Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Fate.
Fortuna.
You're quite familiar with that concept, I would imagine.
Yes, 100%.
That does kinda make sense. The future hasn't happened, but already exists.
In Genshin, there's a big emphasis on fate, so like this could be like, you know, more than true, where it's like for a lot of people, apart from maybe us, like our future is like so not determined, but for like everyone in Genshin and Tevat, like their future is like almost like on a rail, and we come in and always like are the counter to that, right?
Humanity excels at living in the present, but too often we forget the past and neglect the future.
So ancient names record the past.
While the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better future.
So interesting. So again, it is actually a very cool way of looking at it then, yeah. It's like the names of the people from the past and their deeds that are passed on, that keeps the past alive, while the pilgrimage is literally looking to... That's so cool. That's so cool.
Only by uniting the people of NATLAN across countless eras can we fight back against an enemy as formidable as the Abyss.
So they're gathering everything. They're gathering everything from the past and the present to make a better future as well. That's so cool. That's so cool.
To come up with such a set of rules, the first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine.
So the first Pyro Archon created the rules of NATLAN.
That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the divine throne, he used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish the rules of NATLAN.
Renova?
Namely, a framework through which ordinary people can ascend to Archonhood.
How did he establish that?
By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strongest among us.
Great
and
shot.
when that person ascends to the divine throne, their inner flame will awaken.
So am I right in saying that he set up the framework that made that sure that ordinary people could become Archons? But how, like, I guess if he was an Archon himself, he like would have like this immeasurable power. We know like how powerful Archons can truly be. So I wonder if like, you know, like we saw like what Fostor was able to do, what Nahida, you know, with the help of like, you know, Irminsul was able to do as well. Like, I do wonder like how this exactly happened.
In addition,
you know?
the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land. After all, that's how I came to know everything
Fantastic.
I just told you.
Fantastic.
So it all comes down to the power of the divine throne and the rules. Wait, is that a family portrait?
Paimon is like being so cartoony in NATLAN, and I freaking love it. I really do freaking love it.
Yes, that's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little Saurians we raised.
Oh my god. This is a beautiful piece of work. Your mother has such beautiful hair as well.
I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned
What?
a famous artist to paint our likeness.
The sentimentality of NATLAN is so, like, I'm actually like really, really happy that I came here thinking this is the nation of war, which it is. It's at war. It's constantly at war, right? With the Abyss. But like, it's like one of the most like sentimental and beautiful places that respects the past and respects like now and that respects the future as well. It's such a sentimental region. So sentimental.
Your sister is so cute. It looks like the two of you are really
Oh
close.
no, please say it's not something bad.
Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person, but seeing this portrait, it kind of makes sense now.
And it's so interesting that, like, you know, Mavuika is the most ordinary person of an Archon ever. Maybe apart from Farina, but, like, Farina's a different story. She wasn't actually, like, you know, a divine Archon in her time. But it's so interesting that she's, like, you know, the most normal Archon. But at the same time, she's also, like, one of the best leaders and, like, very, like, godlike. You know, in a way, like, you know, she presented herself and welcomed us, right? It's very interesting.
It really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before. Oh, wait, is Paimon allowed to say that?
We're all not special and all special at the same time. We have everything about us and nothing about us.
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Look at this. This is just what I'm talking about. No offense in that face at all.
Sorry, Paimon's so sorry. Paimon's mouth works faster than
Yeah,
her brain sometimes.
that's true. That is very true, Paimon. And like, Paimon's very smart when she does think about stuff. But Paimon will also, like, you know, put her foot in her mouth constantly.
It's all right. I'd never get upset over
See, that's the
something
thing.
like
You
that.
couldn't even hear. You couldn't even see an ounce of offense in
No matter
that
what
face.
others may say, my past is a precious part of my identity. I'm forever proud of the life I used to lead. Becoming the archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities, so it impacts how often you get to see them.
Okay.
My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me a large pot of his cooking, and we would sit on a blanket and eat it together.
That sounds amazing.
One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the saurians you were raising ran into the room and knocked over the entire pot.
See what I mean? Like, all these stories she's telling us, like, this is, like, literally the most sentimental region in the most beautiful way possible. Like, there's so many... Again, you always hear stories from the past. Like, Zhongli is someone who, like, loves stories from the past. Even though, like, it takes a lot to get it out of you. You hear stories about Xiao. Like, there's always stories about the past, but I really feel like NATLAN in general is all about, like, looking to the past. It's actually so beautiful.
My sister
Gorgeous
immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot.
My god.
I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess. It was frustrating, but in the end, all I could do was comfort my sister and move on.
Yeah. Such a nice, such a fun story. You forgave them just like that?
Isn't that what being a family is
course.
all about? I think about that story a lot, actually.
And they're also animals, right?
As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation. And experiences like that, they remind me exactly what I'm trying to protect.
So cool. So cool.
Well, what happened after that? This portrait looks pretty old. Your sister must be all grown up by now,
It's such a
right?
beautiful drawing. It really is.
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist.
Oh.
She built many houses and crafted many beautiful works of art. Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can begin. Ian-san, Mulani, Chaska, over here, please.
Honestly, Mavuika, like, I could listen to you talk about that for hours. Like, I was settled in. I was like, get a blanket, settle in.
Place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin.
Crazy how it looks now as well. I could have listened to her talk for hours. The sentimentality of this region is so fantastic to me, and I think like it's so intentional what they've done here, where they set this up as like the nation of war, which it is. It's at war. It is legitimately at war with the Abyss constantly, right? But like there's also this thing where it's just like family matters so much, and the people matter so much, and like the idea of like, you know, like remembering the like people through certain items matters so much. It's so sentimental. And yeah, like we said, that's not to say that other regions don't have like love for the past or love for their family or loved ones, but there's such a big emphasis on it being such a big part of this nation, right? The love for the past. Can we talk to anybody? No, we just had to place the ancient name. Let's go, Kachina, come on!
Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
And there she goes, like Archon mode right now. Oh my god, we need to get Kachina. Yeah! Wait, have we gotten her back, or are we just locating her?
Am I hallucinating?
Our girl.
Kachina, are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I? Is the Abyss playing tricks on me?
Oh, she's getting ready to fight already. Look at her. Oh my god, she's probably so scared.
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Everyone, you have to listen to
Yeah?
me.
Paimon waving.
I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyab is being affected by the
All
Abyss.
right.
I was waiting for the Wyab to send me back, but then this really strong monster came in and it almost killed me.
What?
The Wyab saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a way to
Wait, so
help.
even in those moments, the Wyab were trying to save her because, like, you know, they obviously she wasn't supposed to die here or be kept here. So maybe the monster is keeping people here.
The Night Kingdom has become a huge mess.
Oh
though.
no.
I keep hearing these awful sounds and seeing really horrible
Oh no, Kachina.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity.
There's some advice from Chaska.
All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us. We'll be there
Heck
shortly.
yeah. Heck yeah, Chaska. Heck yeah.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys. You don't need to worry about...
Girl, I'm gonna worry. I'm gonna worry forever. We're getting you out of there.
I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me
What?
and leaving me behind. Just knowing you care is more than enough.
Chaska did not intentionally leave you behind, and and it's actually like eating her up a little bit. That like she felt like she could have done more to protect you. But like we'll never leave you behind. We more than care.
I'll find a way back. You don't have to put yourselves in danger to come
I will.
rescue me.
We will.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's
Yes.
not the time to act tough.
Yes.
We're coming for you, and that's
I think
final.
it's such a great part of like Kachina's story here as well. Like she's constantly trying to prove herself and act, and try to be like Mulani and Kanich and stand on her own 2 feet. But the lesson is that yeah, it's great to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. But also the lesson that we learned through this entire first 2 acts here, with Mulani and Kanich helping out Kachina as well, changing things around to help her out, is that yes, you're standing on your own 2 feet, but also at the same time, it's okay to ask for help and it's okay for your friends to help you.
I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. Nobody here sees you as a
Not a
burden.
single person. Even Chaska, who like barely knows you apparently, was like legitimately like, Kachina, like, stand up straight. And also it just feels bad that they couldn't do more.
You're a victor of the Night
Yes!
Warden Wars. A hero of
Heck
NATLAN.
yeah.
All you need to do is wait for us to rescue you. And you'll get all the applause and recognition you
Awesome.
deserve.
So awesome. All the tears as well.
I'm really scared.
It's so no, I'd be scared too.
Everything's so dark and creepy here. And
Oh,
I want to go home.
of course. It's so normal, like to feel that way. You're in the freaking like Night Warden.
Still, I don't want you to put yourselves in
No,
danger
don't even
because
think
of
about that,
me.
girl.
I don't want to hold anyone back ever again.
I'm telling you, you will never hold anyone back.
All you need to do is place your trust in
Yes.
us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind. Not ever.
Yeah, we're so close. We can't call it quits now.
Yeah, I'm telling you this. There is not an ounce of a burden anywhere here. And Paimon even is like doing the very like determined look as well. We got you. We got you. Oh no, she's fading a bit as well. Oh my god, that's
Looks like we
insane.
lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have
Let's
to
go.
traverse the Night Kingdom in your physical
Let's go.
form. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time inside could expose you to corrosion.
Corrode me.
I know. I'm prepared for that possibility.
This is all again. This is for friendship, for Kachina.
All right, then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. She's very experienced in dealing with abyssal corruption. That face you just made. Don't tell me you two got into another
Oh my god, she
argument.
knows. Look at this stern Mavuika as well. I actually do really like Chaska's like hair and her makeup as well. It's so nice. But like I love that there's this fallible thing about Chaska, because again, like when we first met Chaska, she was very put together. She was very like like a mentor to people. She was someone that everyone could look up to. And then she also has this side of herself where like she is like anyone else. When it comes to her family, she can be a bit petty, like everyone else can. She can be a bit like stubborn, and also in this case as well, like it's also a case of like that she is like has some self doubts as well about her own performance too.
No, I just feel bad for creating more work for her.
I think Chaska's so pretty, right? I think she is.
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger the
Awesome,
party.
very cool.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone. It really means a lot that you're willing to brave these dangers with me. And there's no time to lose, so let's get going.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to provide much practical support. But I can still keep an eye on the situation
Awesome.
from here.
Awesome.
Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation you can't handle,
That won't happen.
I hope not.
She put so much trust in Ian-san, right? Man, we're going into the freaking abyss, right? We're just going into the abyss. Not the abyss, sorry, the I keep calling it the Night Warden, right?
I'll
that's not,
observe the
yeah, that's
situation
like,
from here.
and I know it's a slip of the tongue. Thanks so much for observing the situation as well. Yeah, that's a slip of the tongue, by the way. Me being like, we're going into the abyss. There will be abyss monsters there, I believe, 100%. Especially with the corrosion that's happening there as well. Let's go. Whereabouts is this? Oh my god, it's actually far away. I guess it's like a little rift over here. Oh. Very cool. How did I not get that before? I guess I just didn't see it. Maybe it was a different time of day.
I could get used to this.
I don't have any NATLAN characters on my team right now, but it's okay because I feel like we're going to be traveling through. Now, if it's a domain, I might, maybe. I don't know. I feel like they're going to give us some NATLAN characters for like if it's a domain. It's a domain. Here we go. The soul path to the Night Kingdom, once stone to ancient dragonkind, now reduced to ruins influenced by the abyss. So, I think we're gonna go in with this team. We can leave if they need to, like, if we need some NATLAN characters in here as well, right? Or it'd be more fun with NATLAN characters. Search the ruins. We're gonna find Kachina. We're gonna find you, Kachina. And we're gonna get you out of there, okay? Oh, you can also become the Saurians too. Look at this team. This looks amazing. Oh my god, this looks so cool. Music
so
as well.
Underneath NATLAN right now? It looks nothing like Paimon was imagining.
That's because in the distant past, NATLAN was home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by
Right, so that's what they're saying on the description as well.
Humans only established their own society after the fall of
Yes.
the dragons.
So these are Saurian ruins?
I don't think she's talking about Saurians. I think she means actual dragons.
Wait, you mean
Yeah.
like the elemental sovereigns? They had their own advanced civilization?
We were in a freaking advanced dragon civilization.
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived until now, so no one really knows what the
Holy
devices here are for.
hell. We're about to enter an ancient, like a legit, like advanced civilization where dragons
These
were.
ruins have been abandoned for a long time, but with the recent increase in abyss activity, the installations around here have somehow been activated again.
So what you're saying is, we're not in for an easy trip to the Night
It looks that
Kingdom.
way. This is incredible.
No, it's going to be obstacle after obstacle from here on out.
Oh my god, the laughter as well. Just what I wanted to hear. Oh my god, everyone's so cool.
Why are you laughing like that? It's creeping Paimon out.
It's the pre-adventure excitement kicking in.
Oh my
Right,
god,
guys?
everyone's feeling it.
Of course, I'm eager to get started.
You know what's happened here in NATLAN? The traveler has found his people to be excited about walking right into danger.
Then let's go. We won't let anything stand in our way.
So awesome. I love what Paimon's calling out though as well. Yeah, so like and like they said advanced civilization, right? Which is very different from like, you know, going into a nation of dragons or like an area that dragons once lived. That seems kind of like almost like primeval, right? So I wonder how this is going to happen in the Night Kingdom. Door resurrection activated. What's the button for this again? It's
Seems like
There
the
we go.
road ends here. How should we get across?
like with this. I'm a spinny boy. So fun. Yeah, so we can use this party
As a
today.
professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the collective of planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional
I'm so
guidance
sorry,
for many
Sorian.
of NATLAN's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out one by one. It's much faster to just focus on what's good for you.
Such as?
Vegetable juice. Want some?
You know, Ian-san, Feels like the two of us might not see eye to eye.
Paimon's basically like, yo, I'm letting you know right now, we might not be friends. I know she didn't say that. It's more just like a case of like, hey, we have two different opinions here. Yeah, so these are like the statues of those dragons, I guess? Because I was assuming that there'd be like a lot of like Saurian stuff down here, like Paimon thought as well. Look at that. But this is a huge deal having like as I said, like a more advanced, oh my god, what is this place? What is this place?
Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go.
So it's
Show no
more
mercy.
abyss-corroded creatures, by the way. Look at that hanging from the ceiling. What the hell? Oh my god, like the mist over here as well. And there's the dragon statues again.
You're toast!
You can run, but you can't hide.
So I learned as well off you guys that part of the reason why Tartaglia was taking so long to build back up strength with this, with his moves, with his blades, is legitimately just because, I should have done more, is because the longer you spend out, oh my god, I went back to bow mode, yeah, the less it takes, yeah, it's gonna take some getting used to still. But honestly, like, I've always talked about Kazuha, and how like, sometimes like when I have Kazuha on a team, sometimes when I have Kazuha on a team, like it doesn't even like, you don't even get to use like the main focus of your team, which is Tartaglia, because he's just so powerful. I don't build characters well, like just being honest, I do not build characters well at all. I have no problem saying that. But like I always feel like when I do build a character well, like with anyone, they can be really, really good, you know? So this is probably going to be the same as like, yes, wow, as Mualani.
Whoa, the place we need to go seems really
It is,
high up.
look at that. Oh, this is so cool. Look at this, like going through this little like space, this little like archway. There's hilly trails down here as well. Which, you know, isn't always like a terrible sign. It just means that like, you know,
Into the fire.
they've probably been here for a while. This is what I mean. The hilly trails are, yeah, Kazuha's gonna get these hilly trails pretty easily, but. Gooba had a high one there, okay. Get rid of this as well.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
So freaking good.
Falling leaves.
And like, I feel like this is one of those teams as well, because I think people called it international, I think it's called. I got some advice off somebody like at one point to say, what team should I use for Tartaglia, you know?
Everybody stand back!
And there's a bunch of suggestions, but the reason why I love the idea of this team, for me, is because not only does it have like, you know, very big mainstays on my team that are already mainstays like Kazuha and Bennett. Like Kazuha and Bennett are already like powerful like party members that you can have on your team. Oh, there's gonna be a rift here as well. Oh my god, look at that. I'm not even like, we're not even like there yet. So freaking cool. But yeah, they're two like powerful party members you can have on your team, but I feel like also at the same time, let's go into this. Getting to use Tartaglia, and also whenever I get a chance to use Xiangling, I love it, you know, as well. This is so fun. Come out here as well. Look at the back as well. This space is so impressive. And you're telling me like the dragons used to live down here as well. Like it's legitimately cool, which means that like, are we saying that then like the dragons, we knew the dragons were smart. We knew like a lot of the dragons are smart. So like not only that, but they were like building stuff like this as well. And we know they had dragon sovereigns, right? So like, holy hell, the color tone here as well. Gotcha.
Into the wind. Who's next? One with nature.
Nice. Okay. Oh, I said nice way too soon, but these guys are usually fun as well to fight.
Let's light it up. One with wind and cloud.
I'm going in!
Tidal wave. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
This attack is really freaking good, especially like with Shangling's ability, I suppose, as well. I have no problem with you Hillichers getting close. Like, if you want to get close, you can get close. It ain't gonna bother me.
Amateur mistake. Into the wind.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Oh, she got trashed there. Poor Shangling.
Booba, get them!
The wind knows.
Perfect. We use so many different teams with this playthrough because I do generally care about like having like you know, setting up different teams basically. I care about like, you know, like having a different team all the time because it really like shakes up the gameplay for me. Look at the grass over here as well. Very like, we've seen this type of tone before of grass, right? We've seen this color before. I think you guys like me doing different teams all the time as well, not having like any one main character. Like I say, I do have like some mains. Oh god, what have I done? What have I done? There we go. Yeah, I do have like, I would say like, you know, Vaughn and Xiao and...
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
They're an adventurer. Yeah, we have like, I say we use Vaughn a lot. Holy hell, this place is great. And Xiao, like, is one of our main characters. Eula was definitely one for the longest time as well. And then it would be like, you know, Hu Tao as well. Like, there's a bunch of characters that we use like quite a bit.
Into the wind.
Oh, did they want me to go? They probably wanted me to go into the rock here, right? For sure. Yeah. They probably wanted me to do this. Me being like, oh, what do I do? So cool. But we never, I feel like we swap between characters all the time for fun. Oh man, look at this as well. Oh, what are we seeing? Whenever they do a cutscene in the main Archon quest, I'm also, oh, here it is.
This must be the entrance the
Oh
pirate
god.
told us about. The one ripped open by the abyss.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar, yet also foreign.
We actually have to go in there? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't push her through before she's ready.
Well, I won't anyway. Honestly though, like, I think it is like such a good thing to have like someone like Paimon here who also is showing the fear aspect of this too, because it is quite terrifying, right?
Hey, you don't have to drag Paimon. You're pulling
Okay, I'm
too
sorry.
hard.
I'm sorry. I should not have done that. I should not have done that. Look at this place. So this is the Night Kingdom?
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
Holy freaking hell. What are those? Are they the whales in the water?
It looks so different from what I imagined in the stories.
There's abyssal energy everywhere.
That
Holy
overflow of energy
crap.
is probably what trapped Kachina here in the first place.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies. Anything can happen here.
Right.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
This is such an impressive place though. Freaking hell.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Oh, it's so high up. Did we really fall that far down?
Seems so.
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand
Look at this
underneath the
place.
light and offer a prayer.
So they can just get, if they do it, the light and offer a prayer. Okay, I stand under the light and offer a prayer.
That's it?
Don't try it now.
Right. We still
It's
got
okay to be
that
scared though, Paimon. It's what, like, this is terrifying. Look at that up there. Are they, is that the Wyub?
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world. It's a link between the two realms.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility's not great either. How are we supposed to find Kachina in these conditions?
Yeah, these floating black things don't look super friendly either.
Are they the Wyub?
Those are all manifestations
No, they're
of
not.
abyssal power.
Because
Be
we
careful.
saw like a manifestation of the Wyub before, with like that blue creature, and I thought maybe these were like the spirit, but like, wait. I was just like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, that makes sense. And I'm like, who the hell is this? For a second there, it was like one of those horror movie moments where I'm like, oh yeah, true. And then you turn around and there's the killer there with the knife. Like, what the hell is this?
Ghost! Attacking!
Who is this? What? I was legitimately like, just like, oh yeah, true. And then I was like, wait a second.
Calm down. I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right?
No way. Does that mean you're...
Yes. Vichama's friend, Malco. I was completely lost to this realm until I sensed a mysterious power.
That
calling
is
out to me.
insane.
It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. Of course, it could only do so much. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this.
No, it's
imperfect
fine.
form.
It's already amazing to see you. That's so... I didn't expect to see anything to do with them anymore.
No, we should be the ones apologizing. If the Spirit Speaker Stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss, we could have done much more.
I am amazed by what's happening here.
But we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have been in danger.
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined that, even after all these years, he'd still take such a risk for me.
Man, bro has never stopped thinking about you for 1 second.
Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls were connected. Turns out even our regrets were exactly the same.
Whether in triumph or death, you want your best friend by your side.
Exactly. That may not be in the cards for us, but it's not too late for you. You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes,
Yes.
right? She's being chased by an embodiment of abyssal power.
Jesus Christ. So it's legitimately targeting Kachina.
I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form.
So
Follow me.
great. So great.
Be careful. This place has been severely corroded.
Thank
by the
you.
abyss.
Thank you so much. That's amazing.
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
What the hell, guys?
Stick close
Sorry.
to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the
But
time
I
being.
just wanted to see everything. I'll be like, oh god!
Ouch!
Quick, get back here. You can't go wandering off. It's
No,
too
that's... Yeah, I
dangerous.
understand. This is... Look at this scene! Like all the freaking spirits of the abyss. Holy hell, man.
We won't be able to keep this up.
Oh, it's
Let's try
breaking.
another route. This way.
This is so impressive to me. But also the idea that, like, this guy, like, came back because he felt like he was called to. Oh my god, no. Oh my... That's so much damage. That's so much damage. The music here is stunning as well. Uh-oh.
Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Riptide. No time to lose. The wind knows me.
I am mesmerized by how cool this whole sequence has been. It's been so incredible. Like, look at that. The scale of this is so impressive. And you guys know I love when a game can show off what they can do with scale. Because not many games can do it. They can't. You can make a big location and have it not feel big.
Oh, Paimon can't see anything.
Oh no.
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
They're doing a great job with using Paimon to show like some of the most terrifying aspects of what this is. Because again, I feel like she's almost speaking for the player. There's some scary freaking aspects of this. Oh my god, it's intentionally terrifying. This, oh my god, look at this.
Did you
Did I hear that? What, did I see that?
What? Never mind. It was
Wait,
probably
they're not
just
here?
my imagination.
Don't scare Paimon like that.
I heard it too. It was a voice from the abyss.
No.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter. It certainly doesn't harbor good intentions.
They're doing such a good job of making me feel incredibly uncomfortable here. They're doing such a good job at this. Journey lies. I have chills. Oh, this place looks disgusting as well sometimes, but like it looks like there's like oh, it looks like wounds in the rocks with the. Oh, it's so creepy. It's so creepy. Wait, talk to Kachina. Ah. Oh my god, with Rift Town's chasing her as well. You got this, Kachina. We're here as well to help. Oh no, she's. But they're not. What? If you. No wonder she'd be terrified. If you were alone, this would make me bawl my eyes out. They're directing this scene in such a way that it's like a horror movie almost.
We're here, Kachina.
Oh, she must feel such relief.
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these
They would have tricked her
monsters.
into having those Rift Hounds rip her apart, right? Because she stopped seeing those Rift Hounds.
Good idea. Let's go.
The way they have portrayed the idea of the Abyss in... we have Kachina as well, awesome. The way they have portrayed the idea of the Abyss in NATLAN, to me has been like more than like impressive. I really feel as though that they have like made it feel like so like, and it already felt dangerous. I want to make that clear, but like it feels like they're putting such a big emphasis on like how freaking dangerous it is by showing us like what it can do in any realm.
You're finally here.
Oh, Kachina. She's feeling such relief at this stage. And rightly so. But yeah, like, I really feel like what they've done here with the frickin' Abyss, like, it's to me, it's scarier than ever, right? Because obviously, like, with the Abyss Order, like, they've shown up many times and they've been terrifying too, but with the actual Abyss, like, the way that it's infecting this area, because NATLAN has been affected, like, legitimately in the story, like, it's intentional that it feels that way because it's been affected more than any other place. We're seeing all the effects that the Abyss has on this entire people, like everyone in this region. And now we see what it's done to Kachina as well. Like, look at this. Like, this is like pure relief. Like, this was a horrifying situation that Kachina got herself into. Didn't get herself into. I don't want to make it sound like that. But it is horrifying.
That monster can appear from anywhere. It almost caught me a bunch of times.
That's so scary. This poor gal. Look at her eyes as
The
well.
Wyap's power helped keep me hidden.
Great.
So I just tried to stay out of sight until you got here.
But it was catching up for sure.
You did so well. And most importantly, you weren't hurt.
Heck yeah.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. Will you come visit the Wyap with me?
Yes?
I can't exactly put it into words, but something's wrong with the Ode of Resurrection. And I know it has something to do with the contamination from the Abyss.
That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wayab of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wayab. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wayab can extend their consciousness.
Okay.
There are countless proxies scattered around the Night Kingdom. Through them, the Wayab can extend their consciousness over the entire realm and track down souls no matter where they roam.
That's... It's like a freaking network.
But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost within the Night Kingdom.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyssal power from one of them, that probably wouldn't even put a dent in the problem.
Still, we can't just leave the Wayab to suffer. It's protected me this whole time.
Saving one is better than saving none at all.
I agree. We might even manage to draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina.
And end it. End this
Getting
monster.
rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Might. We can just try. She's still scared. She's probably gonna, like, this is gonna be with her forever.
Kachina? What's wrong?
Nothing.
Oh.
Just a headache. And that voice again, telling me to abandon the Wayab and leave this place.
Well, we got told, like they were trying to tell us that our journey is a lie. That's what it seemed like. Journey, it's a lie. Your journey's a lie. I think they're trying to get into our head.
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's already been here for too long.
It's not a bad point when it does deteriorate you,
No,
but Kachina's definitely not going to want to
Fine.
leave.
I don't plan on listening to that nonsense. I can hold on.
Where's the totem pole? It is very worrying though, because like it does have a big effect on people when they come in here, right? Where's the totem pole?
Just up ahead. I'll lead the way. Besides, I can still fight, so please, help me out a little longer.
I got you.
Listen
I got
to
you.
me, Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the Wayab, not because we have something to prove.
Yeah, we have nothing to prove. Yeah.
You don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if you reach your limit. We'll be there for you.
I love this motivational speak for Kachina.
All right. The sooner we get this done, the better.
We've already come all this way, so we might as well try to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah?
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss monster.
Oh my god, Malco, thank you.
All by yourself? That's too dangerous.
What a freaking story they've done with Visham and Malco. Like, holy hell, like, the emphasis they put on NPCs in this has been great.
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I'm definitely more familiar with the area. Besides, I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly fond of goodbyes.
Oh,
So go. Achieve your goal. And return to the world where you belong.
Thank you for everything. You're a true hero.
Thank you. No one fights alone.
no one fights alone. And this is like, again, one big, like the emphasis that they have in this
Does your head
game.
still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh,
You
Kachina.
should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
This feels, you know when I say that I love when we're in places that it feels like I'm not supposed to be? I think it's the first time in my life that like even I'm unnerved by being in a place that I should not be. Because usually I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Right now I'm just like I got chills. Like looking down at these guys, it really feels like I should not be here.
I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to. Plotting and scheming on an ever grander scale, no doubt.
Probably. Yeah, it's terrifying. And it's not that this place is like breathtaking, it's beautiful. Some of the stuff in here is absolutely incredible. But it just makes me feel like there's something in the pit of my stomach. But I was gonna say, with the stuff with Malco, it really does put another big emphasis on the idea of like, you know, not only respecting the past, but the past being a part of our present in NATLAN, right? As Mavuika said, the sentimentality of NATLAN is so powerful when it comes to the past, mixing with the present and looking towards the future. It's incredible. It really is. And it's everywhere. How can a place, the music here is stunning, by the way. It's stunning. It's haunting. How can, like, I was gonna say, how can a place feel so claustrophobic and open at the same time? It's insane. We don't have Malco to protect us anymore. It's like black ice.
Wyabb? Wyabb! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyabb? Can you hear me? Wyabb?
Oh, an actual, like, normal voice.
So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. It's preventing the Wyabb from answering our calls. Alright, get ready everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
I'll help too. Oh my
Careful.
god.
We've got company.
Wait.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is pure folly.
Isn't that like, that's the symbol of Conrier, right? Or is it cut off, or is not, it doesn't have enough sides on it? Because usually it's 8, isn't it?
He tried to get in my way, so I disposed of him.
Jesus.
You killed Malcolm?
He was the one who killed Malco?
He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather than worrying about him, I would urge you to focus on yourself.
Such a great voice as well. What they're doing down here is absolutely great. So he said, like, what they're doing is so incredible, but like, he said he's the one who killed Malco? Wait, he killed him now? So he's... Holy hell, so this is a monster from the abyss that killed Malco right as he was passing by us. That quickly. What the freaking hell?
You may
This
have
place.
defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me now, and it will be to your peril.
Are you the one behind all of this? I'm sorry, guys. I'm like so like just stunned by like. It's honestly like both awful and so impressive how he literally passed. We left Malco 2 minutes ago, not even, and now he's gone. He's dispersed. Are you the one behind all this?
No, the power of the abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like a masterful work of art. I strive only for the opportunity to see it up close.
So Kamiki here, like he wasn't responsible for this, but he definitely loves the abyss. Of course, like he wants to see the abyss. Like they see it as like this, as he said, intoxicating.
I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is full of lambs willing to offer themselves up to
Insane
the slaughter.
dialogue. Insane dialogue.
That is the tragedy of your short lives. You understand nothing of all-encompassing power.
Great voice acting as well.
Ancient names, pride, friendship, all empty ideas invented to give you a false sense of self-worth. They possess no power at all.
And he sounds disgusted as he's saying this, right? The idea of like spitting on the idea of ancient names and pride and friendship, which like, I think it's one of the most beautiful things that they've done for this nation is those 3 things put together. But like, you see worth in the abyss?
The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid sharing power. Anything to avoid handing over the primordial gift to ordinary people
Primordial
like you.
gift. And sharing power?
Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, kachina,
Oh, stop.
remain
Oh,
so
stop.
pathetically
Stop it
weak?
right now. No. That's, you're dumb. Like, the idea of, like, the Archon sharing their power with people, is he saying that, like, they did all this just to avoid doing that? No, don't listen to him. He's literally, this is a dude who is like obsessed with like the abyss. Do not listen to him.
Kachina, give me your hand.
Let's go. Oh my god, look at the smile. Could heal 1,000 hearts at once.
Feel that? I'm right here next to you.
Yes.
Thanks, Moalani. You're right. I have nothing to fear.
That's good. That's good. Again, you can lean on other people.
Because I'm not alone
Yes!
anymore.
I love this. I love that he's now getting taken back because again, all those things that he thinks are like meaningless, the power of friendship, ideals, the sentimentality of NATLAN, all of that is what's powering Kachina, and it's something that he can't understand.
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power.
Yeah, they don't have any physical power.
But you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will never understand the true source of our
Yes!
What?
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down. It comes from our
This is
friendship.
exactly it. It's like the pure message of like some of my favorite pieces of media. The people that like the enemies that don't understand friendship will never win.
The power lies not in the ideal itself,
Let's go.
but in our commitment to upholding that ideal.
So great.
And in our decision to stand together and fight.
Yes, there's no. Oh my god, Mualani.
Well said.
Yes, I'm fine with the thumbs up.
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sick.
Sorry in advance, but you deserve what's coming
Yes,
to you.
yes, Kachina.
There aren't many in
A very
NATLAN
Kachina
who
thing
can
to say.
beat us when we're together. It's time
Oh
we
my
got a taste
god.
of that kind of power.
When they're together. This is so freaking sick. Oh my god, it's the two of them together. So good, so good.
Right here.
Let's bounce, let's bounce. Why not? Oh, you're getting destroyed here as well. Remember you said that she was weak? Do you remember that? Do you remember we were talking about how weak she was? He's gonna build up a shield very soon, right? That's what's gonna happen. Holy freaking hell! There's the shield. But honestly, Mualani's like fantastic for an enemy like this. Oh my god, what a team as well. Wow, okay.
We won. We actually
Because you're so powerful. You bounced all around him. She did the water. So awesome. Turns out he wasn't any stronger than the ones we fought in the past. And that's so freaking great to know. Again, it's a very hypocritical feeling, right, with a lot of these heralds and things like this, where like they look down on us, right? But then they will always lose in the end. They see themselves as all powerful, but they can't even. The only thing they have that is like maybe more powerful is their connection to the abyss. But the thing is like what they don't have is exactly what Kachina and Mualani showed here, is the support of other people, the real support of other people that they can't understand. And while it may seem freaking cheesy, all the support of other people, it's such a real thing. It's such a real thing. Like, getting through things in life is so much easier when you have people there to support you. It truly is. And in this case, it's using their power together with their sentimental power as well. So freaking sick.
That's what he gets for underestimating you two.
Exactly. Exactly.
Fantastic work, Kachina. Absolutely fantastic.
I didn't want to downplay what they did as well. Mualani's so excited. I just meant it more of a case of like they have these big lofty feelings about themselves. They're calling our ideals lofty, but their lofty self-sense worth is even more loftier.
This makes me so...
Oh my god. What a team.
I'm happy too, Mualani. Together we really are unstoppable.
Incredible. Incredible.
Huh? What's happening?
What do you mean what's happening? The name.
My ancient name is glowing?
Wait, what?
But I thought I didn't bring it with me.
Yeah.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
I didn't know that like you could even bring it here if you tried.
Wait, does that mean you're...
Your what?
That was a bold move. Diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend.
Huh?
Especially in a place so overrun with abyssal corruption.
Wait. What is happening? What the hell is that?
Still, seeing you pull it off was really something.
Wait.
Everything you said
Look at the size of
was
him!
exactly right. As isolated individuals, we stand no chance against the power of the Abyss.
So this is the Wyomb?
It took years' worth of scars and lots of unnecessary suffering for me to understand that for myself. The Pyro Archon's plan will unite us as one. Everyone has a part to play.
Holy hell, what is even happening right now?
Only then will we have the power to defeat the strongest of foes.
So keep going with the Archon's plan. This is insane.
Who are you?
Please, yes, answer.
Tupac, a warrior from the people
Tupac.
of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the invasion 500 years
Holy
ago.
crap. He's a giant. A giant? Do you hear this music as well? So freaking good.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of
Oh
NATLAN.
my god. Oh my god.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the Wyab. Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save NATLAN from its impending doom.
Wait a second.
Me?
She is like a chosen one to unite all the tribes together? That is so freaking cool.
As long as blood still runs through your veins, even the tiniest spark of steel against stone can ignite a flame. Its blaze will become one with the gaze of all NATLAN. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
No way. You're gonna fist bump a giant from 500 years ago? Yes. So sick. Mulani. So sick. Oh my god. All the lines are on her body are glowing.
What's wrong, Milani?
So many memories. My brain was just flooded with everything he once knew.
Mulani.
So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just figure something out?
500 years ago, they foresaw the very crisis we're facing now. Efforts to save NATLAN started all the way back then.
My heart is pounding right now with the stuff they're doing here. I need to make sure that we have like this exactly right. So it's literally just like it's Mualani under the name Moja. You will unite the tribes of NATLAN. Mualani, the chosen one.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer than we have to.
I mean, like, not only do we have information, like, this is a guy from 500 years ago, right? But it's also like, they already foresaw this thing happening. So maybe we know how we can stop this. We have, like, an idea, like, there's a plan from the past.
I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
Wait, so she already knows there's a plan?
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on saving the Wyab first.
Heck yeah. This is so great. This is so crazy, but so great. Is he purifying it now? It's like freaking like a freaking... Oh my god, this is so pretty. This is so pretty.
Okay, that should be enough.
Such a unity.
Wyab? Can you hear me?
I hear your voice, Kachina. My dear child.
Oh my god, that would make you cry. Someone calls me dear child, I'm crying.
Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure you were okay before we leave, but we can't afford to stay here any longer.
Right.
I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon someone like me, but it's okay. I'll keep searching within myself for the answer. I'll never stop trying to improve my strength. One day, I'll live up to the hero you saw in me.
That's lovely, Kachina. That's lovely. You're already like on such a fantastic path here, and look what you've already done. You became a hero of NATLAN.
You are already an outstanding child in my eyes, Kachina. No matter what happens.
Oh my god, how I would bawl. I would bawl my eyes out.
You are all my most beloved children. It has always been my honor to protect and nurture you.
So she sees everyone as her child.
Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I also gave you a name. But it need not define you.
Oh my god, hearing this directly from a Wayab as well, right? Hearing this directly from the great spirit of the land, that it doesn't need to define you.
Focus on who you want to be.
Oh my god, yes.
You are already worthy of your name. Now, you need only devote yourself to becoming a better you.
So freaking cool.
The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your parents, my love for you will never change, no matter what the future holds.
Oh my god. Kachina needed this. For sure needed this. Oh.
Thank you, Wayab.
It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it's time for you to leave this place.
This plan.
The situation here is getting worse. Go now, my children. Save NATLAN on behalf of all you hold dear.
So crazy. So crazy.
I know we've never met before, Wayab, but I just wanted to say...
There's the chosen one there, Mualani.
Thank you for encouraging Kachina. It was exactly what she
Yeah,
needed to hear.
100%.
Whoa! What's going on? An earthquake?
We're out of time.
Gotta go.
It's the power of the abyss. Quick, we need to run.
That's spreading so quickly. Is that a Sealy?
The Sealy opened the way for us!
Oh my god! What? Has that happened before? Whereas, they're making us actually do this? Whereas Sealy, like, affected the main Archon quest like that? Oh my god, the lore implications. The lore implications. Holy frick. They really do not want us to leave. They really do not want us to leave. This is such a sick scene. Oh my god, oh my god.
The opening in the sky! It's closing!
We gotta go.
We need to hurry, or we'll be
There's
stuck
music as
here.
well. We got this, we got this, we got this, we got this. We gotta calm down a second. Oh my god.
Quick, through the middle.
Look at that! Dude! The Sealy freaking helped us. And we're getting a cutscene as well. These scenes in NATLAN are so incredible. Come on, come on, come on. Did she just break through the rocket? Oh my god! This is so neat! They're all working together. That was awesome. That was so cool. That was so cool, guys. No, I need that picture on my wall. Huh? Huh? What? 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 The worry on his face. Such a rare expression to see him like feeling a bit hopeless. Wait. What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? Oh my god! Oh my! Did she just break into the Night Kingdom?
Now come home.
Come home, she says. Look at this. Holy freaking hell! What am I supposed to say? That was incredible.
We're back.
Mavuika broke into the Night Kingdom with her fist. Oh my god, this game. NATLAN. NATLAN, I love you.
The Pyro Archon saved us.
Legitimately.
But she's not here.
Like, what happened there then? How did she regain her strength?
Yeah, didn't she say she used it a lot?
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
She used her consciousness to punch a hole into the Night Kingdom. We are seeing so many things all in a row in this game, and all of it is shocking.
So you're saying her consciousness did all that?
I can't believe that was so incredible.
Every great display of power comes at a price.
Oh no, Kachina probably still affected by this as well.
You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. We'll get you to a doctor.
Can we like give her a little bit of a boost right now?
Let's go back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting for us.
Yeah.
I recommend getting a full checkup, just to make sure no damage gets left behind.
Paimon with the struggling.
My mom feels okay. What about you,
Oh, she was checking
Traveler?
herself. I'm completely fine. Yeah, the both of us are good.
You always seem to do pretty well against the Abyss.
Same to you.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom as well.
I'm not even sure if I'd be able to understand everything.
Something about the Pyro Archon's plan. What is it exactly?
I'll let her explain everything.
Yeah.
We're all a part of the plan now.
That's the thing. Yeah, like it made sense to kind of keep it on the DL before.
From here on out will decide Natlan's ultimate fate.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it makes perfect sense that like we wouldn't talk about exactly how, you know, we were what the exact plan would be with this, right? It makes perfect sense that we wouldn't talk about the exact plan with the Pyro Archon right now. Like, that makes so much sense, right? But it also like makes perfect sense now why they would want to talk about the plan with us, because again, we're involved in this now. There's no turning back at this point. And Mulanni is heavily involved at the point that she is like the chosen one, basically. So all that happened there, first of all, Malco is gone. There was a type of Abyss Herald there, right? Is it Abyss Herald or Abyss? You guys be able to tell me the exact name of those guys. Was there.
No time to
and he tried to stop us from progressing any forward with this, right? That like and he like really saw us as worthless, right? He even killed Malco in that stage too. And he even said like, oh, you guys are just worthless lambs to the slaughter. Like that's all you are. He thought it was going to be like the easiest fight in the world. But what we learned from this as well is that like they again have their lofty ideals. They think too much of themselves, and that's again why he was defeated in the end, because he wasn't as powerful as Mulanni and Kachina. That's just the basic truth of that. Not only that, but like we have like a plan that is set in place by the Archon, but like the plan to save NATLAN is not only like imposed by the Archon. There's also a giant from 500 years ago who fought in that war as well, who fought in that battle to repel the Abyss. And he is saying to Mulanni, I forget the name that he said, but will be the one who is going to unite all tribes, which sounds freaking amazing. It sounds so cool. We got to meet the one, the Wyabs as well, and how she believed that all of like the NATLAN are children, and that the names are an amazing thing to give you some strength, but they don't define you, right? Asili helped us get out of there. Asili somehow helped us to get out of there, which again, I don't know how many times Asili in the main story has like progressed things forward in a way like that is like that they pointed out. Asili is helping us. Asili is helping us. And then the consciousness of the Archon Mavuika burst, I mean, and I'm saying burst into the Abyss and saved us. The consciousness, not even the like the Archon themselves. The consciousness of the Archon burst into it and saved us. This is truly like an amazing thing that we're seeing here. Like I'm blown away by not only like the story of NATLAN, but also like the set pieces, the way that the story progresses, the scenes that they have here as well that are all like so incredibly like over the top, like epic. Like, they really are. And, like, there's so many, like, even, like, the scene there where we're, like, having to, like,
You know, there are better ways to seek out our enemies than, well, standing here.
True. And rushing out of there as well. It's so freaking incredible. So incredible. Oh, man. I'm just more than impressed. More than just, like, impressed. I am so stunned and amazed and happy. I truly am just, like, blown away by all that we saw there. We can, like, literally, like, warp to Mavuika, by the way. I'm really interested to see what this plan is going to be as well. What this full plan is going to be. We got Kachina back. Mavuika, we got Kachina back. Oh, she's with her sister now. Oh, Chaska's sister now.
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first.
Right.
It's best not to let any lingering effects of the abyss go untreated.
Honestly, makes sense.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me about your plan.
Once again, going into danger here is your sister.
Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one.
But thanks to Chu's extensive experience treating abyssal contamination, the harmful effects will not be permanent. Fantastic. The treatment also relieves Kachina's symptoms. That's so fun. She must be so talented. Yeah.
All right. That should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform another
Love her
checkup in
design.
a couple of days.
Yeah.
I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely immune to its power.
Possibly.
He always has been special like that. He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
And we don't know why, fully why, I guess, all of us are not affected by this. But the two of us are not affected by this. We don't know why, though.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patients to see, so I'll head out.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right. We might not see eye to eye, but we both had good intentions.
Yeah.
Just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between us one day.
That's such a beautiful sentiment. It really is.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, maybe not things won't work out right now, but we can
There's so
eventually
much
work
to
things out.
discuss, I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom. I'll get straight to the point. NATLAN is on the verge of destruction. It's very possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
So we got a hint of the idea of everything's being on the verge of total end before, but less than a year.
Huh? No.
Yeah.
That can't be true, can it?
Less than a year is nothing.
That's right. But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this nation. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500 years ago.
Jesus freaking Christ. It's another effect of what happened 500 years ago. Inevitable, she says as well. So I guess Ina-san and Kenichi were two people that have been privy to this information. And it's very clear as well that Il Capitano knows about the plans, or at least knows about the prevention methods they've been using.
Mulani told us a little bit about that.
And we're going to talk about, by the way, as well, more about what Il Capitano said later on as well, at the end of this video. Because I did want to, because there's some stuff I missed when I was just going crazy during that cutscene.
500 years ago, all the nations of Teyvat were invaded by the Abyss.
Yeah.
Unlike the other nations, NATLAN never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion.
Crazy.
The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives. Even then, It took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace we know today.
They've worked so hard to get this.
And still, this is but a superficial victory.
Hmm.
The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to NATLAN remains as real as ever.
Like, it is so freaking, like, crazy that even in this, like, she's saying this victory is superficial, and really it's like they've done everything to fight just for this.
I'd never have guessed.
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as NATLAN's ley lines.
So we heard about this, something like this before, right? The idea that it is like similar to the ley lines, right? But like, how does that work entirely?
Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the Abyss.
What? That is insane how that lines up.
But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wyab nearly severed.
This is so heavy.
If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future.
I feel so bad for NATLAN because there's so much work that went into just getting small victories to work towards future victories.
So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save NATLAN.
It's insane to me how everything lines up so perfectly to our arrival in these nations, right? And it can't be a coincidence, right? It cannot be a coincidence that like the breaking point is when we arrive in those nations, right? Like it depends. Like, and obviously, like it depends on like which, like, you know, nothing's all like, things are decided by fate, right? But there's like almost like in most of these places we've gone to, there is like a fever pitch or a breaking point, whether it be like the rebellion with A, where like things were like getting to a point of like, you know, this fight was never going to end, or whether it be like, you know, in Fontaine, that like the stuff with like the prophecy was coming true, it's crazy that it's all come to here like 500 years later, right? That everything is reaching their breaking point here at this moment, and that we've come here at this exact time in every place to really like come at the exact right time. And while it can just be like, oh, it's just a video game, I really believe it can't be just like a video game thing, that we as an outsider, as a descender, have been able to come to these nations at the exact right point that it was needed.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories.
Yes, the giant, right?
Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in it.
You're the chosen. I know it's not chosen one, but I'm gonna call her the chosen one forever.
But there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then, and it was you.
Huh? What? Wait. But how does that make sense?
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human to live
Exactly.
that long.
How does that make sense?
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time, or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse. But, as we all know, NATLAN doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods.
Okay.
A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame.
Wait, so she was around 500 years ago?
Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
Wait. So she was resurrected. Remember when Paimon said, oh, that photo looks so old, right?
So, in other words, this is your
Second
What the
life?
hell? She was resurrected. She put her soul in the flame so that, like, for like almost 500 years from now, she can come back and, like, execute a plan?
Yes.
So
we
sick.
only managed to defeat the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as one.
Right.
If the NATLAN of the future was to have a fighting chance, the Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes. The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wayab.
So that was Mualani's probably, like, wait, no, because it's if each tribe has a Wayab, then I wonder which one that was. Was that Kachina's Wayab?
Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wayab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war.
Holy hell.
The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great heroes of old, 500 years ago.
Oh my god, so there's gonna be one from every single... we have, like, a couple of characters here already from different tribes, right?
So that means I'm one of the chosen?
Yes, Mualani.
That's right. You bear the ancient name Umoja.
Umoja.
The same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity.
Yeah, to unite. Oh my god, she's gonna... Yes, she's the one to unite everyone.
After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come to fully understand the meaning of that name.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wayab were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them.
Wait, so everyone who got the ancient name was supposed to also get intel about the plan?
Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Okay, yeah.
Communication between the Sacred Flame and the Wayab has been blocked.
Because if it is like the ley lines, then like that communication is blocked, and then almost like those memories and would be blocked, right?
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection failed to bring Kachina back.
And we failed to get the pyro power from the statue.
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to counter.
There's like a cunning nature to the Abyss, even though they don't have like this masterful, intelligent order, you know?
If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines.
All this time, you've just been like trying to get every ancient name bearer to like remember this stuff?
Currently, Shalonin of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the
Oh my god,
Canopy,
I love they're doing
and the
this.
Ansan of the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged by their names.
So they know what's happening.
During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani.
Right. So
In the process, you gained the memories stored within your
this
name.
concept is so freaking cool. It's like making me so freaking happy that we're getting to see something like this.
Well, we have less than a year.
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered.
Oh my god, this is so cool. Like, and the music's so perfect for a scene like this as well. I love the idea of gathering all these warriors together, one from each tribe, right? To really fight back against it. Again, like I said, like it felt like a Rivendell thing, right? Where like everyone's coming together under this one banner. If we can unite all of those characters together, it's going to be one of the greatest feelings in the world.
That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't that make everything go a lot faster?
Maybe you have to learn yourself?
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential.
That's fair. If you tell someone like as a child that you are the chosen one and you are destined for greatness, there's a chance you might not work as hard and might not train as hard.
Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength rather than a sense of obligation.
So she took it as the opposite thing as well, like where I was saying like, you know, they could you could not, maybe you don't train as hard, maybe you don't reach your full potential that way, but also she also doesn't want them to be like, well, I have to do this. It's like Mualani already wants to help out with this stuff and she knows this for a fact. even before she knew that it was her goal, she was the chosen one to do this. So her strength of will is already so powerful.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final two heroes are then?
It has to. I'm guessing Kachina and Sidlali, right? It has to be.
That's right. Their time is yet to come.
Okay.
Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development. I can only trust in the judgment of the Wyab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on others that we managed to get this far. NATLAN's salvation lies not in its archon or any singular individual, but in us all. You're quite perceptive, aren't you?
What do you mean?
I might get away with avoiding the topic.
What do you mean?
Huh? Oh, right! All of the stuff you stored here before.
Oh my
Where
god.
did it all go?
I didn't even... What?
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose. Fuel.
So she used up like their like sentimental like or their past powers to affect the future?
So back then, that's why you...
Yes. The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of NATLAN.
Wait, so like all the heroes of NATLAN and Mavuika's consciences broke us out of the Night Kingdom.
Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited. But together, their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire
That's
situation.
so awesome. So that's what that was.
By burning those items, I was able to activate the contending fire stored within them to open the boundary between the two worlds. It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
Right. I was so focused on the conversation and looking at all the characters that like I was just like, what the hell happened here after like they pointed it out?
But weren't they all precious treasures? What about their stories?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what, I never wanted the Pyro Archon to have to use that power.
Because there's such an importance on sentimentality here.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god. No, don't it's okay. Well, I'm saying it's okay just because like there's a you know, an adorable character here as well. I should say like I say adorable, but this, you know, Insan is beast. Inasaga kill me.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the abyss. And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, or the Pyro Archon of their time, it was out of a desire to contribute to NATLAN's survival.
Heck yeah. They wanted this place to survive.
If they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of NATLAN, they would not mourn their loss.
Oh my god, exactly. Like if you think of the guy who loved fishing, right? Can you imagine like he's like he can't fish anymore, he can't use these items anymore. Oh yeah, they helped save NATLAN. He'd be like so happy.
Even when you put it that way, I still feel bad.
Understandable, but like Kachina, you're gonna be helping us as well.
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past are never truly lost to us. We simply carry them with us in a different form. In that sense, we didn't lose anything at all.
Right.
If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of power just like the items once stored here.
Well, we'd still like to return the favor.
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink.
And there's the normal side of Mavuika there.
Now that
There's such a
Kachina
great
has
leader.
returned, we can finally hold the victory feast and celebrate your team's triumph in the Night Warden
I
Wars.
love that she's talking about this now as well because it's such a heavy thing to unload on people, this idea of this plan that she was that she put her soul in this fire to come back in resurrection like nearly 500 years later. That one person that from like these tribes will like be united, but they have to awaken to their power. Like all this stuff is so freaking heavy, right? That is such a great trait in a leader to be like, okay, this is crazy, but we still have to celebrate, right?
And we could all use the rest, that's for sure.
So good.
Plus, you'll be able to silence everyone who doubted you once.
Yes, Kachina! Bring those two boys here right now. Bring them right now. Bring them right here. Bring them right here. Ian-san, grab them by the ears and drag them down here.
Still, now that I know the danger we're facing, having a victory feast doesn't feel right.
We still need to eat. You still need to live your lives.
Try not to let it get to you. It's important to stay calm. Worrying about it will only affect your judgment.
And guys, it's terrifying. The idea of like NATLAN being destroyed in a year, your home, being told your home is going to be destroyed in a year. Yes, that's more than terrifying. It's 100% a thing where like, yeah, like you earn the right to worry your arse off with that. But I also think it's like what Mavuika is saying. Let's stay calm. You know what I mean? We have to like make sure we're not, you know, going too far into like worrying about this stuff, like to the point that like we can't even think, right?
All right. You should head out. I'll join you in the
Easier said than done though, right? Look at this crew as well. What a freaking crew. The NATLAN crew, man. Look at the lighting. Her just sitting alone at her table as well. You taking a rest too, Mavuika? Wait, what? What's happening here? Did she go somewhere in her mind? Excuse me.
When I was young, I used to
Say,
sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over NATLAN. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from.
This music as well, a very sentimental song as well. Like, is she able to like go into like her memory and like see the actual true manifestation of the people that she's met before? Maybe
the people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of the springs. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion for life. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. It's unbelievable how quickly they worm their way back into my good graces. I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior.
Oh my god, she's talking about Mualani.
She possesses infinite potential.
She has, we could tell already, beautiful hairstyle as well, by the way, we could tell already that Atea cared so much about the people in the people of the springs. But like seeing here, like what she thought like in her heart as well, it just confirms how she felt about Mualani as well, you know?
One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children. Just like those warriors did for me.
But Atea's not passed away yet, so what's happening? Or has she?
Or I'll end up running out of stories.
Oh, she's talking directly to her? Or has she? So maybe it's not to do with passing away, maybe it's just the memories? Possibly? Are we gonna get to move as Mavuika? No, it's moving for her there. She's just, I honestly like think she's fantastic. I think she's so great. Big fan of her. Oh, there's that weapon as well. She's going through all the items.
Is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future.
So is this all the conversations that she did that she's had with him? She was saying that even though the items are gone, she's still able to remember them.
The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution. My rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory.
So was he upset about the idea of like it's not being able to save stuff right now?
But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire.
Oh my god.
Just remember to earn us the victory we owe.
So he's saying like, yeah, we'll do it. We'll fight now, but you better win in the future.
Otherwise,
oh my god, I love a fist bump.
I'll find a way to collect the debt.
So this is like the weight that's been put on her as well, right? From these heroes.
For NATLAN.
For NATLAN. This is such a heavy scene, such an important scene.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as a pyro archon again?
Jesus. So they're saying it directly. That's what's going to happen. Wait, is that?
But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die.
Is that her little sister?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry.
Maybe?
Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for NATLAN's future.
Or maybe it's just another hero.
Yeah, Mom's right.
No, it is. Yeah,
We'll
it is.
believe in you, sis.
Incredible. This is such a heavy but incredible scene.
Seriously though, Dad should be here. Where is he?
I imagine he didn't know what to say, so he chose not to come at all.
Oh.
Don't take it to heart, my dear. That's just who he is.
That hits her. They hit her in the heart there. You could tell. You could tell.
Just remember.
Oh, Mavuika's so pretty.
What happens in the future, we will always love you.
Incredible stuff. It really feels like my heart is, by the way, it's like pounding right now. You know what it really feels like? It genuinely feels like to me, this looks so good too, like the weight of NATLAN is heavy on her. It's super heavy. The memory of all these people is heavy. Stop.
I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something.
Oh my god.
There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it.
Oh. So heavy.
So, don't forget about me.
She never will. She won't forget about anybody. That's the whole thing. Oh my god, I'm tearing up. There's like a dutiful like quietness about Mavuika right now as well.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see
Oh
such
my god, so a lot of people were involved in this plan? Oh.
No one fights alone.
I'm actually like tearing up like crazy right now watching this. It seems to me like the weight of NATLAN is not only on his shoulders, but it's a very personal weight as well. She feels these relationships she's had.
They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
They're literally all like giving up the now and the fight for like they're fighting now just so the future can have a chance. That is so beautiful. And she feels this. She hasn't forgotten a single soul who's given up that, who has like helped out with this, like just for NATLAN's future. And this is what she was talking about earlier, how everything exists in one. The past is fighting for the future.
War forged the six
Oh my
tribes,
god.
taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
She is incredible. The weight that she is carrying, the memories of all these people, this would mess with your mind.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
And the fact that she's still so powerful in the face of this as well and so strong. I would crumble.
We are the inheritors of memory
Yes.
and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind.
It's a beautiful symbol up there as well.
Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is NATLAN's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
Wow. That scene hit. Attend the banquet at the inn. What that said to me, first of all, like the whole scenery of that was amazing. The music, the implications of that, but like again, if you're talking about just visual aspects of Mavuika walking through these like almost like these like we've seen it before, those things that like connect. It's almost like it is like a lane line thing as well, but like for them it's like a different thing. Like that the passageways that she was passing through on, right? Meeting all these people who have like who understand what the goal is, right? They understand the idea that like we have to move forward, we have to give the people of the future something, and in the future this will be stopped. And the weight of all of those people's memories and all their hopes and all their dreams lies on the shoulder of Mavuika's plan, and she doesn't take that lightly. She was remembering everybody, and it's almost like it hurt her to remember everybody, but she wanted to remember everybody. It feels like she did that purposely because she's like, I have to understand, like, I have to remind myself all the time, why am I doing this? How did we get here? Who are the people that died, that fought for us to get here as well? There was this thing where, like, when the dude was saying to her, like, oh, my tribe is basically gonna, like, you know, suffer for the future. There was, you know, her own family who didn't understand exactly what she was doing to give up her own life to put herself into the flame when she passed so she could be resurrected. Again, why would your family really, like, be so on board with that? There was, you know, characters that she was talking to that, like, really, like... And I feel like even, like, with Atea as well, right? I really felt like that's, like, a representation of the present as well. And there's, like, while I feel like all the people that she's fighting with now is also a representation of the future. When she said it's all, like, one thing, it really does make a lot of sense. But that was an incredible scene. Now, let's go to this banquet. Really incredible stuff. All of this. Whereabouts are we going? To the inn? Yeah, this is the inn. I'm so excited. And this is such an incredible story so far.
Hey, Koichi! You here for the victory feast too?
That'd be awesome.
Oh, no. I knew Chaska would be here, so I just came to deliver some medicine. I was about to leave, actually.
You don't want to stay for a bit?
It's not that I don't want to celebrate Kachina and the others. I'm so glad she made it back. It's just... Well, I'll make things awkward if I'm around my sister right now.
Very cool red streak in her hair, but she's saying that like she feels like it's just still very fresh.
Well,
the argument.
You two had a fight, so Paimon can understand.
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip, right?
Oh my god, she's amazing. She's so good to have on a trip.
Yeah, she was super helpful. She gave us a lot of useful information about the Abyss.
Yeah.
That's good. That's all I needed to know.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken when we first met, but now it's like you're holding something back.
You can tell us anything. We've listened to crazy things before, horrible things before, sad things before. We're here for people.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable, picking that fight with her before you left, but I did it for a reason. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong. Her mental strength helps her rein it in, but she still loses control sometimes. I had no idea what you might face in the Night Kingdom, so I didn't want to take any chances.
Okay.
So what you're saying is...
You deliberately provoked her so she'd take that impulse out on you? How does that, like, work, though? She's saying that if she already felt that impulse to fight with you, she'd... Okay.
Okay, so maybe it sounds a little stupid, but it works pretty well. It helps her keep her cool for a little while.
Right, so you deliberately fought with her so she wouldn't have the feeling to fight.
Anyway, I'm just glad you were able to make it back safe and sound. That's all I wanted.
What? Do you really have to go that far? Can't you just talk it out?
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. She can't learn about this, or it'll be even harder to help her.
Thanks for confiding in us.
I appreciate the understanding, and don't worry. I'll find a way to help her ease this burden. Anyway, I need to get going.
Kind of crazy though, right?
Celebration.
Deliberately fighting with someone so they don't so they don't fight with someone or they don't have that impulse anymore.
Oh, and
pretty
if
crazy.
you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Thank you.
Huh. Who would have thought thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing.
They're trying to look out for each other in their own way. To me, it's just very crazy, though. It's like, it's such a, like an abstract thing. Like, you know, the idea of like, I'm going to argue, like, because that would kill me. Have to fake argue with someone, like, just for, you know, I know it, like, in the end, it helped her. But, like, it would just eat me up. And it looks like it does, like, eat her up a little bit inside.
In the end, it's all the Abyss's fault. Paimon's had enough of them.
Paimon, let's get him. Honestly, Paimon is the voice of, like, everyone. Like, such a cool story, but, like, I do not want them to hurt anyone else. Oh! The Children Echo's chief is here. I love that there's such a big emphasis on dance. Even the Saurians were like, yeah, sick.
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina.
That's so good that he's here for this banquet, right? It's so good. And the other Children of Echo's people, right?
Well done, Kachina.
Lovely. She deserves it too.
Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad I finally made it.
I always knew you could do it. With so much potential at your age, you have a great future ahead of you.
I love that she's hearing all this stuff.
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the first person to abandon your team. I'll be dealing with you when we get back.
Is he one of the people that abandoned Kachina's team? I don't think so, right? Maybe it was someone else.
I had no choice. My friend invited me. I couldn't just say no.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get ahead in the first round?
Because I thought it was,
I wasn't, I swear. I just happened to find that bearer injured in the wild, so I stopped to bandage his wound.
Oh, his own team. Because I thought the lady behind him was one of the people that abandoned Kachina in the first round.
When he insisted on repaying the favor, what was I supposed to do? I'm just one person. I figured Kachina would have no trouble replacing me.
But the fact of the matter is that after your departure, everyone else started thinking about swapping teams
Oh my
too.
god, McCall's like putting a big emphasis on this.
I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong.
I remember him as well.
You.
I remember him. I think he was one of them as well, right? Maybe not. I don't know. It's been a bit of time. I think now, like, here's the thing. Obviously, like, you could say it's a little bit late to apologize now, but also at the same time, I'm thinking, like, look, it's a big deal to apologize in front of a room, in front of everybody else. It is, and we're still gonna, like, you know, punish you greatly, and you will be beaten up outside and jumped by me and Chaska, but. You know, this is a big step.
It's amazing that you still made it all the way through to the Night Warden Wars. That's the highest honor.
So, what about you guys?
And look, Kachina's still concerned about them.
Did you make it far?
Oh, there's Kenichi as well, by the way. But you left a different team to get further, so you must have gotten further, right? Guys, I don't care. I'm going to be petty for Kachina for the rest of my life. Kachina's too nice to be petty, right? I'll be a little bit petty for her, you know?
Our team captain drank too much the night before the competition and turned up late to the stadium on the day. We got disqualified.
Okay. So that's better than what happened with Kachina? What would have happened with Kachina?
Serves
honestly,
you all right. No sympathy
honestly,
for me.
he's right. He's right. Like, that is... Like, if there ever is a thing of karma, that is it, right? And again, 100%, it takes such a big person... It takes a bit, maybe not a big person, but it's a big deal to apologize in front of everybody, right? But obviously, like, in this sense, it's also like, yeah, you should obviously feel some shame for leaving someone's team that early, right? And I know there's a big emphasis on the idea, and that's why they left, because there's such a big pressure of, like, I have to become a hero, I have to become a warrior. I understand this 100%. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to be, like, a little bit petty when it comes to Kachina. But I think Pakal's way of approaching this is way better. It's treating it as, like, okay, it's just a funny thing, right? It's like, you guys did this, and then this is what happened to you. You know what I mean? We're not going to, like, hurt you. You know, I know, like, me and Chaska will jump them afterwards, but I feel like that's a different story. That's, like, a whole different thing. It's a very, like, you know, it's funny. It's funny that they left Kachina and they didn't even get to the starting line.
All right. There's no need to be like
look,
that.
Look at this. Sweetheart among sweethearts.
Dear friends, I'd like to say a few words.
Oh my god, Kachina.
Firstly, I'm grateful to my friends and our great archon for helping to bring me back.
She's still feeling those memories. Look at her. She's still feeling those memories. And look at Kenichi over there as well. Kenichi had a big smile as he was saying this too. Like, as big a smile as Kenichi can have. He's very proud. He's very proud.
This traveler and his companion Paimon are some of the strongest people I've ever met. If they were allowed to participate in the pilgrimage, I have no doubt that they'd win the whole thing.
Honestly, if we were you, we tried. We definitely tried to join in with you.
They've agreed to let me learn from them. With their help, I believe I can become even stronger.
Oh my god, we're gonna learn so much from you as well.
And
She's amazing.
Let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the Traveler and Paimon figure out a way to bring me back from the Night Kingdom. They too deserve to be called our heroes. So, please give another round of applause for them. Thank you so much.
Well said.
So good. It's so awesome to hear her get to make a speech like this.
I'll drink to that.
That's a big cup as well. No, I love that she got to make a speech. Like from coming from like being one of the we'll just let her take a few sips there. Come from like not like being predicted to like not get that far in this, from people abandoning her team to like getting not only resurrected by the Archon but also winning in the end, you know? It's a big deal.
How does it feel being a hero, Kachina?
You deserve it.
To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming. It all just feels so surreal.
Well, you better get used to it. Next up, undefeated champion!
That way I'll become a champion coach. Yeah, we love that as well.
Hey, please don't make fun
We're not
of
making
me.
fun. I will, you will do this. You will do this. Oh my god, it's a party! It is a party. And everyone's here. This is such a great energy.
My apologies. I knew more than I let on.
It's okay. You definitely, like, with what happened there before, when you handed your weapon to Mavuika, it's very clear that there's some very serious stuff happening here.
Everything comes at a price, and most heroes aren't people who set out to become a hero.
True.
If you cling too tightly to your goal, you end up losing things that are far more precious. But in any case, we're now on the same page.
Heck yeah.
I wonder how long before the two final heroes appear. From the Flower Feather Clan and the Masters of the Night Wind.
Okay. Okay. So I wonder if it's Auroron. We could see. We'll see. We'll see how that works. So Mavuika is over there, but I'm going to talk to everyone I can. Look at these guys dancing. Wait. Get in there, Benny. Do an adventure team assemble for everyone. Do it for everyone. Do it for everyone. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah. Look, they're showing you up, Benny. Do something. Please, Benny. There it is. Yeah. Look, he's clapping. They're clapping for her now, I guess. Stop it. Stop showing him up. Stop it. It's very cool what you're doing, but stop showing him up, please. Do a trick for us. Balance Gooba on your head. Let's go. Balance Gooba on your head. You can do it. Now, nobody do anything while she's doing her thing. Stop. Stop, let her do her thing. She's shy. Stop it right now. It's very impressive what you're doing, but stop. Look at this. Oh, can anyone do this? Can anyone do this? Would you stop? I get it. You're so talented too. You're amazing. What's happening here?
I've been through so much all at once. Everything still kind of feels like a dream.
Yeah, you're doing good though.
Are you still feeling unwell?
Nope, all better now. I told you I bounced back pretty quick, so don't worry about me. I bet you guys must be tired though. Make sure you get some good rest tonight. You gotta recharge so you'll be in the mood to have fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, let's talk to Mulani.
At previous victory feasts, you'd always find me in the crowd singing and dancing. But after what I found out today, it's too much.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to process it.
That makes perfect sense, right? That makes perfect sense.
It does feel weird seeing you so out of sorts.
NATLAN's fall isn't set in stone though, right? It's important to try and enjoy the moments and when the time goes along. It's easier said than done. It's very much easier said than done.
Is this another pearl of wisdom based on your adventuring experience?
She's such a sweet, like demeanor.
Everyone's come together to celebrate Kachina's achievements. That's gotta be a first.
You're right. Kachina looks really happy. And now I'm being the moody one.
You're being You're fine. You're fine.
Ugh, enough doom and gloom. Time to shake it off.
Great stuff, though. It's great. It's great chatting to everyone as well, right?
It cost us a lot, but we got Kachina back safely, and that's what matters. There'll be even tougher challenges coming our way in the days ahead, though. We'll have to train harder, make sure we're in peak condition. That includes you, Paimon. I can do a special one-off session to show you the ropes. Interested?
No thanks.
Paimon's not interested in this CrossFit demon here. she's definitely not. She does not care about the healthy eating, big training stuff.
It's rare to meet travelers as strong and brave as yourselves. I raised my glass.
I raised my glass to you. You're amazing. You're absolutely fantastic. I adore you so much.
Anyway, my sister's already gone back to our tribe. She has patients to treat.
Oh, we actually ran into her on the way here and, well, Paimon just thinks she really cares about you.
Yeah, I'm planning on visiting home myself in a few days. To tell her and the rest of the family that they need to be extra careful. I just hope they take it seriously. The Abyss has likely sensed your arrival in NATLAN by now. So exercise caution on your adventures as well.
Thank you. I love her. I do love her. Did you see me balancing the thing on my head, Chaska? Did you see that?
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you.
That looks awesome.
How did you know? That's Paimon's favorite.
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away.
Okay. Isn't your plan a little convoluted? Why didn't the heroes of the past join you in this age? That's a good question. Just to clarify things.
They had their own
yeah,
lives
and we saw that as well. Like they had families. They probably had like we literally were talking to people who like cared about their tribes in the now. They probably needed to protect their tribes in the now.
The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time, for in 500 years NATLAN will be destroyed, it seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short, and beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real.
Right.
Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound quite ridiculous.
So it is hard and difficult to think about something that's so far away.
I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without them. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it through to the end.
Paimon's suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back then?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
So 500 years ago.
So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that very little information survives.
So her sister's saying they'll find some way to find her, at least from our perspective, didn't actually come to pass, so she only has those memories.
From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist.
Beautiful. So she did have a profession, a career.
She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the
cool.
Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses. But of course, none of her buildings are around anymore. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her.
So that's the life that you had to leave behind.
You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long since come to terms
Now,
with.
do you think she's being completely honest with this? Because I still feel like, she visits those memories quite a bit to continue to come to terms with. Maybe come to terms with it, and remembering is two different things though. They are. So
This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss. The people of NATLAN look to me as their archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter what I may find there.
that's actually what I wanted to ask. If you're already aware of fate.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your
But I think she's trying. Maybe she's trying to defy fate. But we're also here as well. And when you know, Paimon, like when there's no matter what prophecy is in motion, we'll come in and try to stop this thing.
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, and future coexist, and all are equally important. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here and now.
I love that. I love that.
And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle.
Yeah, and it's like, even if like you knew, like, I don't know, I feel like it's something that like you would still fight for, right? At least I feel like people I know would. Not that I'm like some great fighter, but you know what I mean? Like, it feels like something you would still try to work towards, right?
This is a pivotal moment. We are still 2 heroes short.
Right.
Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further
Oh my
hero
God.
who I'm hoping to get on my side. Whatever it takes.
If you're talking about us, you already have me. Don't worry about it whatsoever.
Your resistance to the corrupting power of the Abyss is truly remarkable. It would easily make you an all-important figure in the upcoming battle. If you agree to join us, you will not only gain my full support in your journey, but I will also forge a brand new ancient name for you.
Huh? Yes? That'd be amazing! You could do that?
Ancient names can be forged?
Are you kidding me, please? That'd be so awesome!
They can. Several strict conditions must be met, but if they couldn't be forged at all, then the number of them in circulation would have long dwindled to 0. Possessing an ancient name would mean that your adventures in NATLAN are recorded in full. Your stories would be remembered by our
That's
people
amazing.
for all the years to come.
I know it sounds like I'm being like super selfish right now, but like that sounds so freaking cool, right?
The Ode of Resurrection may have temporarily lost its power, but still, take this as my personal guarantee that I shall never
Again,
let
she's
you
so
fall.
Archon-like, right? Like it's what you would like almost like, because it's like such like a almost like a typical, like not typical because like just her story is anything but typical, but like the way she presents herself is very like godlike and like leader-esque. So like it really like is kind of so interesting that she's like saying to us like, I will give you this and I will give you my full support. And we're just like, bro, you had us at like 10 days ago. We were already on board to help you.
Just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill at all costs. This nation always.
Just what I'm saying, like all this is like, it's so cool to have like a character that's so like has this like, again, this way of like talking as like a leader, right? This way of like, because again, and that's what I love about every single Archon. Every single Archon is so freaking different. The way you converse with them is so different. That's why it's so shocking to have like, not shocking, but it's because every Archon's been very like, in the end, very good to us, right? In the end. And we've had like such a great relationship with them. It just feels like Mavuika's like talking like almost like diplomatically sometimes, like a leader, like in that sense. So it's like so interesting to have us there, like, you don't, like we said, you don't have to give us anything. We're fine. We'll do it.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation.
You don't have to give us a thing. I would love that. That's amazing, but.
Wonderful. Then I'll reach out to Shilonen right away. She's the one who will forge the name.
So sick.
We've never forged an ancient name for an Outlander before, but I trust she'll find a way.
That smile. Oh, wow. It's done.
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power.
Oh, no.
Although your injury complicates things, this is most certainly the opportune time to seize the Gnosis.
He's like camping out here in NATLAN?
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. I have never taken advantage of an opponent in a time of weakness, and I don't intend to start now.
Oh my god, so he's not only honorable, he's freaking sick as heck. He's sick as heck and honorable. So cool.
As for you, I must confess, I did not expect that little trick of yours to save the day.
So remember they said there could be a traitor? That someone is who gave him the power, remember the smoke?
No matter how dense the fog, as long as the sun remains, we cannot turn day into night. She could have dispelled it. She simply chose not to.
Oh my god, this music as well. Do you hear these piano keys?
You don't have much time. And you're injured on top of that.
Who is this?
What do you plan to do next?
Who is this?
I'm beginning to see just how useful you may turn out.
Who is this? Pan all the way over.
You heard something from here, didn't you?
Huh? Wait. You heard something from here, didn't you? Wait.
If there's nothing better to do, we could go foraging for ingredients.
Hold on a second here. You heard something before, didn't you? Shut up, Calvin. What do you plan to do next? Wait, here it was. So, you know how much time to what do you plan to do next?
Who is this?
Just how useful you might turn out to be.
Pan all the way over.
You heard something from here, didn't you? What does that mean? Is he talking to us? Or is that just a...
Heard something from here, didn't you?
You heard something from here.
Well, do you hear these piano keys?
So she chose not to dispel that... What the hell? Wait, we're going back into a scene?
Oh, something else
Let's
you'd
go.
like to ask?
Let's go. I don't even know what that means, but freaking hell. About the captain's whereabouts.
Well, our intel suggests he hasn't made any new movements yet. Although Kenichi's investigation helped us confirm that he's being aided by someone from the Masters of the Nightwind. I'm getting closer to narrowing down who that may be, but it's still unclear whether this person aided the captain out of willingness or coercion. If you learn anything about this during your adventures,
For sure.
let me know. Oh, something else you'd like to ask?
About elemental energy and the abyss.
The Abyss is the most formidable enemy in all of Teyvat. In the beginning, it took failure and tragedy to even begin to learn how to fight back. All of the methods you've seen in other nations were developed based on experience and insight passed down over generations. We know them to work, but few of us actually understand why.
Okay.
It's the same
I'm making
for
sure I
the
read
method we
everything
use here in
sometimes twice.
NATLAN. Ever since ancient times, elemental energy has been one of our most reliable
Right.
weapons against the Abyss. As for the principles behind it, I'm afraid you might have to seek answers from someone older than the position of Pyro Archon itself.
Jesus.
Oh,
Okay.
something else you'd like to ask?
Oh my god, my lady. About the absence of people from NATLAN and other nations. Yeah, that's a good question.
That also comes down to the long-standing effects of the Abyss. Our people's survival is inextricably tied to the Wyab. But their power has its limits. They cannot offer our people the same degree of protection outside our borders.
Right, okay.
In fact, people who do decide to leave often suffer from memory loss and emotional
Jesus, so,
issues.
so that's why we've never seen anyone from NATLAN just hanging outside.
Everyone in NATLAN understands this. That's why our people never leave without a good cause. Even if someone is left with no choice, the chief of their tribe must seek approval with the Wyab to grant them leave. And the Wyab have always been very strict about granting that approval, since extending protection beyond our borders means consuming power reserved for our fight against the Abyss. Still, there's no need to worry. The Wyab extend their protection to all within NATLAN, including visitors from afar. Oh, something else
So
you'd like
that
to
protection
ask?
is going to be for us as well. No, thank you so much, my lady. So this is all like crazy. So we know that that the captain is working with someone. The El Capitan is working with someone, right? From one of the tribes.
It's rare to meet travelers as strong and brave as
Oh, it's the same conversation as before.
Oh, we actually ran into her on the way here and,
Oh, maybe it's different, is it?
Paimon just thinks she really cares about you.
Yeah. I'm planning on visiting home myself in a few days.
Yeah. No, it's the same
Tell her and the
same
rest
as
of the
before. Yeah.
family that they need to be extra careful. The Abyss has likely sensed your arrival in NATLAN.
Yeah, I think it's the same as before. Okay. Oh my God, Mulani's dancing. Oh my God, Alvi, stop dancing. Let Mulani dance.
All right, Kachina.
She's getting up to party. Awesome. This party's for you, girl.
Don't be. Come on, you're the star of the show today.
Awesome stuff. So if we have to like talk about, let's go upstairs for a second to talk about absolutely everything we need to talk about here. Because it's a lot. It is a whole hell of a lot, right? We'll go in here. This whole act was kind of like a monster of like a drop, right? First of all, we had the captain show up. Not randomly, the captain show up. And what he said, and I have like what he said here, because again, I was so shocked that I kind of brushed past a few lines there. It happens sometimes when you're... and we're not going to talk about this too much because, of course, it's like we already talked about this quite a bit last time, but like there's some stuff I'd like to talk about here as well. So the idea that the Capitano believes all things have to change because the ley lines are destined for ruin. He believes that at this stage, the ley lines that have been such an integral part of Tevat are no longer something that can be sustained. He's like, we have to do something to change this. So we have to. And he believes that he could be maybe a part of that force for change in some way. He also says that he wants to control. He just wants to control what happens, not just in NATLAN, but he believes that he could be a part of like changing Tevat, as we said. And that's two things that to me like I kind of brushed past a little bit. And it seems that he not only believes that the ley lines are no longer stable, but he also believes that he's very painfully aware that NATLAN is also heading towards destruction, in my opinion. He knows there's something wrong. Maybe he doesn't know the year thing, but he knows that the current way that things are going, things will not work out too well. Let's go for a run. And that's what he thinks as well. The Il Capitano scene was absolutely fantastic. It was amazing. When we went into the Abyss then after Kachina, not only did we learn that Mulani was one of the chosen people of the tribe along with Shilinin, as well was another one as well. There was they still have 3 more to awaken, right? Amongst all of the tribe, 2 more warriors, and it's not Kachina, I don't think. Maybe it's not. So it could be maybe Sitlali or Auroran or someone like that, or some other character. We don't know. We haven't met them yet, so we're gonna see what's gonna be happening with that. The Wayub are these spirits not only that care so much about the people of NATLAN, but also will extend that protection that they give to the people of NATLAN to the people in that come to NATLAN as well, but they're being corrupted right now as well because the Abyss is getting so strong. We got to see it firsthand that the Abyss was corrupting this as well, and what was happening there. It was actually like quite terrifying. There's a big emphasis, and even in there when we went into the Abyss, of the idea of like focusing on the past, present, and future all at the same time, and that's something that Mavuika definitely wants to focus on. There's this idea to me that like the warriors from the past not gave up, but like they fought right now knowing that nothing could actually like fully get better. But they let Mavuika go forward, put her spirit into the flames, knowing that they wouldn't have their archon with them, but knowing that in the future that people would be able to save them, right? And it seems that Mavuika still holds a lot of importance in those memories. She still, clearly loves exploring them in some way, in some capacity, because obviously that's probably the last time she saw her sister. That's the last time she saw her sister. Probably the last time she saw a lot of people because of the passage of time. But she believes the memories will keep them alive anyway. Let's see what else we're talking about there as well. Yeah, the idea of this giant that fought 500 years ago, passing on a name to Mulani is absolutely beautiful. It's so freaking cool that the consciousness of all the warriors who gave their stuff, again, there's this big emphasis on the sentimental value of all these items, but also there's a real power in memories. Like, it's not even just a sentimental thing, it's a real power that comes with these memories. Look how beautiful this is. So crazy. And they were able to use that to power up the consciousness of Mavuika to break into the freaking Night Kingdom itself. To break into it. That is absolutely amazing. The music here is so freaking good. And we saw Il Capitano as well talking to this person, whoever this is person. Also, Il Capitano, clearly honorable person. We know that the Knave respects them greatly. We saw that from the voice lines. But they were like, hey, I don't want to freaking defeat Mavuika if she's weak. Like, what honor is there in, like, going there and destroying Mavuika when she's in her most, dangerous, in her most endangered state, right? It doesn't give him any honor. He seems very, not agreeable, but it's one of those things that, like, I said it last time when we were talking about Il Capitano, the stuff he was saying about, like, someone has to change this, the ley lines are getting destroyed. And also there's the battle against Celestia that they already have and the Divine, that, like, sometimes Like, when you're listening to some people in the show, you're like, yeah, that does make some sense. And more than ever, I feel like with Il Capitano, I'm listening to Il Capitano being like, that, you know, he's not saying something that I'm like, that's so wrong in all respects. It seems that he, like, actually is kind of in the same way, in a different way, but like the same way. The way the knave came across as like someone who was like, and is very dangerous, is very scary, comes across as evil the first time you talk to her, but really did have some care for a lot of people and did help a lot with NATLAN. I wonder if we're gonna get to a stage as well. It'd be pretty cool if, like, we can have our cake and eat it too, where we can have this adversary in the Fatui, but once again, like with Vaughn and Tartagula and the knave, we grow to maybe, like, you know, meet in the middle in some way, because it seems that, like, the stuff he's saying, it's like, yeah, NATLAN's going to ruin, someone needs to help with this gnosis, someone needs to, like, you know, change what's happening with the ley lines. We've seen all of this. We saw all of the stuff that's happening with the Luma Fate, with all this, with the Abyss Order. Like, so when a Fatui member comes along who is just being so freaking sick and is like, I need to change this, something needs to change, it's hard not to be a little bit like, yeah, things do need to change. But I am so on board for Mavuika's plan, the idea of uniting all the tribes together and fighting against the Abyss like this. It's going to be so amazing. And with that, guys, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching this episode, and thank you so much for supporting the series. I'm having such a good time with this. I think we're going to be getting into a lot of the stuff in this game. We're obviously going to, like, do everything we can and everything I want to do as well. I like, as always, I'll be doing things in the way that I would like to do them. I've heard about the English voice casting. The end of is that we're not changing the voices. That's the end of. It's not happening. There's enough English voice actors that, like, the Lantern Rite was such a different situation. It was such a different situation. Thank you so much to Tyfire 2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, the Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yuled, Radish, Anusta, Death Trap, Link Smarky, Yassassin, Colorbow, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Heck, SR Fiji, Alpaca Juice, and Leanne. And I'll see you all so soon. Bye-bye. Look at that doing the thing already.
Nice and spicy.
Perfect.